Hey, what's going on, guys? Brian from Zombie Guitar here. This is part 2 of the Soloing with 7th Arpeggio series. Alright, so in part 1 we looked at the various different types of 7th arpeggios that are found in a key, and we looked at them in the A shape. So in this part we're going to look at them in the C shape, okay? I personally find the C shape to be a little easier to play than the A shape, but that's just my personal opinion. So if I happen to move too quick with any of the theory behind this stuff, you can take a look at part 1 and any relevant lessons, which I posted all in the description below, okay? So I'm going to move a little quicker than I did in part 1, alright? But, so first let's take a look at the major arpeggio shape and the minor arpeggio shape, alright? So just starting out with your basic major arpeggio shape in the C shape, it would look like this, the red dot indicating the root. So for this shape, you take your pinky and you put it on the root. Alright, so let's say we wanted to play a C major arpeggio using this shape. You would take your pinky, you would locate the note C. I'm going to do this C up here on the 15th fret of the A string. Alright, and this would be a C major arpeggio. Okay, so that's a C major arpeggio. The red dot's indicating the root, which is the note C in this case. So to make this a major 7th arpeggio, you would add in your major 7th scale degree. A major 7th scale degree falls 1/2 step below the root. Okay, so you could add in your major 7th scale degree 1/2 step below the root right here on the 12th fret of the B string, and this now becomes a major 7th arpeggio shape. Okay, you could also add in your major 7th right here on the 14th fret of the A string, because that's also 1/2 step below the root. Alright, so alright, so that's a C major 7th arpeggio in the C shape. Alright, now let's take a look at the just basic minor arpeggio in this shape. Okay, so what you see here, minor arpeggio shape. The white dot indicates the root. I always use white for minor and red for major. Okay, so let's say we wanted to play an A minor arpeggio. You would take your pinky, you would locate your note A on the A string, right here, 12th fret, and then you would apply the shape. This would be an A minor arpeggio in the C shape. Okay, so now if we wanted to make this a minor 7th arpeggio, we would add in our 7th scale degree. Alright, so for a minor 7th, your 7th degree falls 1 whole step below the root. Alright, so take your root right here, which is found, since we're doing an A minor arpeggio now, your note A is here on the 10th fret of the B string, so you can locate your root you could locate your 7th 1 whole step below that, right here on the 8th fret of the B string, or the same note would be the right here, okay? 12th fret of the G string. I prefer to do it there. It's easier to play the shape with the 7th there. So that would sound like this. Okay, so you have root, 3, 5, 7, root, 3, 5. You can also add in your 7th scale degree right here, 1 whole step below the root as well. Okay, so that would be your minor 7th arpeggio shape. And then the last type would be the dominant 7th arpeggio shape. So dominant seventh is a major arpeggio with a flat 7 scale degree. That's the formula for a dominant seventh chord or dominant seventh arpeggio. Alright, so let's say we wanted to start off with just like a G major arpeggio. You would find your note G using your pinky, note G right here, 10th fret, and then you would apply this. This would be a G major arpeggio. And then if you wanted to add in that dominant 7th scale degree, you would add it in one whole step below the root. Okay, so we're going to start out with the one up here. So here's your note G. One whole step below G would be here, which is the same note as this. Okay, so I add in the 7th there, and that would sound like this. This is a dominant 7th arpeggio. And then of course you could add in your dominant 7th scale degree right here as well. Okay, so you have your major 7th. Your minor 7th. And your dominant 7th. Alright, so those are your three different types of 7th arpeggios in the C shape, okay? So now you can just walk through and play all of your diatonic arpeggios in the key of C major. Alright, so again, your 1 chord is a major 7, your 2 chord is a minor 7, your 3 chord is a minor 7, your 4 chord is a major 7, your 5 chord is a dominant 7, and your 6 chord is a minor 7. Okay, that holds true for any key. So you can just walk through and play all of those different arpeggios. So let's see how that sounds like. Okay, so those were your diatonic arpeggios found in the key of C major. And of course the same theory holds true for any key, no matter what key you're looking at. We're just in the key of C major for this particular series, okay? So your 1 chord is always going to be a major 7th. Your 2 and 3 chords are always going to be a minor 7th. Your 4 chord is going to be a major 7th. Your 5 chord is going to be a dominant 7th. And your 6 chord is going to be a minor 7th. And then the 7th chord is going to be a half diminished chord. But as I said in part 1, we're only going to be looking at the first 6 diatonic chords for this series. Diminished and half diminished, that's going to be for another series that's going to come in the near future. Alright? So basically that is the C shape for your major 7th arpeggio, your minor 7th arpeggio, and dominant 7th arpeggios. These arpeggio shapes can be played anywhere on the fretboard, in any key. Your root is always going to be found on the A string, though, for this particular shape. Alright? So that's going to be it for this lesson. Nice, short, quick one. I will see you for part 3. Alright? If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Thanks a lot.